At 62, I'm still doing my own stunts, sprinting up stairwells, hanging from helicopters, landing on rooftops at full speed. But if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's this. You can't stay strong if your joints are weak. Your knees, your hips, your ankles, they don't lie. They'll tell you the truth long before your muscles do. Most people think strength comes from lifting heavier or training harder. But real strength, the kind that lasts, it's built from the inside out. And that starts with what you eat. There are fruits, simple, natural, overlooked, that quietly feed your body the building blocks it needs to restore collagen, reduce inflammation, and reinforce the joints that carry you through life. In this video, I'll show you 8 fruits I trust to support my knees, strengthen my legs, and keep my joints working like they should. They're not exotic. They're not expensive. They're just powerful if you know how to use them. If you're serious about staying mobile, pain-free, and unstoppable no matter your age, hit like, subscribe for more no-nonsense health strategies, and drop a comment. What's your favorite recovery food? Let's jump in, starting with the fruit that's been quietly rebuilding my joints for over a decade. If there's one thing I've learned through years of doing my own stunts and pushing my body to the limit, it's this. You don't wait around for your body to age, you outsmart it. And when it comes to something as essential as collagen, trust me, I'm all in. By the time you hit your 30s, your body starts to lose about 1% of its collagen each year, and that just keeps adding up. Fast forward to age 65, and a good chunk of that vital protein gone. Now here's the twist that most people completely overlook. There are everyday fruits, delicious, affordable ones that can reignite your body's ability to make collagen naturally, sometimes in under 12 hours. I know sounds wild, but I've used this to stay strong on set and keep my joints firing like I'm still in my 30s. But, and this is crucial, your body won't just kickstart collagen production on its own. It needs the right trigger. That's where nutrition becomes your most powerful ally. I've personally leaned into this, especially when prepping for physically demanding roles. That's how I discovered this list of 8 fruits backed by real science that can reverse collagen loss, reduce inflammation, restore leg strength, and boost joint mobility. And yes, we'll count them down from the least to the most powerful. Now, stay sharp, because the fruit in the number 1 spot. Studies on older adults show it increased skin collagen density by 24% and eased knee pain by more than 42% simply by eating it regularly. This isn't some vague health trend or marketing hype. These are results backed by peer-reviewed research. Before we dive into the list, I'd love to know something. What's your least favorite fruit, and how old are you? Drop it in the comments. I've found that engagement, like on a film set, creates better outcomes. Your input helps build a community focused on real health, long-term vitality, and yeah, maybe a bit of age-defying energy too. All right. Time to launch this inside-out transformation. First up, coming in at number 8, the humble kiwi. You might overlook its small, fuzzy, bright green inside, but don't be fooled. This little powerhouse is loaded with active compounds that fire up collagen production, especially where your body needs it most: joints, ligaments, tendons, and those hard-working leg muscles. When I'm training for intense action scenes, this is a go-to. What makes kiwi such a game-changer? Its incredible amount of vitamin C. Think of it as the spark that gets your body's collagen factory humming. Without enough vitamin C, your body can't properly convert amino acids like proline and lysine into strong functional collagen. That means cartilage weakens, connective tissue starts slacking, and muscle recovery slows way down. One medium kiwi packs over 70 milligrams of vitamin C. That's more than enough to activate the enzymes that drive collagen synthesis into high gear. In fact, a clinical study from the University of Otago in New Zealand showed that eating just 2 kiwis a day boosted blood vitamin C levels by 31% in a week, while reducing joint stiffness and improving flexibility. That's real performance recovery, and it's something I've felt personally when pushing my limits on screen and in training. But kiwi doesn't stop at vitamin C. It's also loaded with antioxidants and a unique enzyme called actinidin, which helps break down protein more efficiently during digestion. That means faster, better absorption of key nutrients, especially the amino acids needed to rebuild tissue. I found this makes a huge difference in keeping my joints resilient and my body ready for whatever comes next. Let's keep going. The best is yet to come. What I've found works best. Eating kiwi fresh early in the morning, and this might surprise you with the skin on. Yeah, I know that fuzzy exterior doesn't look too appetizing. But trust me, a lot of the antioxidants and fiber are packed right there in the peel, and you don't want to miss out on that. Sometimes I just slice it up whole and toss it into a smoothie or layer it into some plain Greek yogurt for breakfast. It's one of those small, accessible daily habits that quietly delivers big results, especially if you're dealing with post-walk swelling or joint stiffness like I've experienced after long days on set. Now, let's move on to number 7 on our list. One of my personal favorites when I'm dealing with soreness after training: pineapple. It's not just tropical and delicious. Pineapple is actually a serious natural remedy, especially when your joints are screaming from overuse or age-related wear. For me, pineapple has been a go-to after action scenes that leave the knees and ankles feeling a little beat up. What makes it special is an enzyme at its core called bromelain, a powerful compound that's not only good for breaking down proteins, but also calms inflammation, which is huge when your collagen levels are already taking a hit. See, when inflammation spikes, your body struggles to produce collagen properly. Fluids build up, joints get stiff, and tissue recovery slows to a crawl. That's where pineapple shines, helping bring your system back into balance so repair can happen faster. I remember reading a clinical study, and believe me, I love digging into the science behind what I put in my body, that showed people with knee osteoarthritis who took bromelain daily for a month saw a 41% drop in both pain and swelling. That's the kind of result I look for, something that works and works naturally. It gets even better. A German study compared bromelain with common anti-inflammatories and found the enzyme held up just as well without the nasty side effects that often come with synthetic meds. That's a game changer. A single cup of fresh pineapple gives you over 75 milligallons of bromelain, and it's also packed with vitamin C, which, as I mentioned earlier, is critical for collagen synthesis. But here's another important piece. Pineapple is also rich in manganese, a mineral that activates the enzymes your body uses to build those new collagen fibers. This trifecta of nutrients makes pineapple one of the most efficient tools for keeping your joints limber, your circulation strong, and your tissues elastic. But here's the catch: always go fresh. Don't go for canned pineapple drowned in syrup or frozen chunks coated in sugar. Those versions lose a lot of their benefits. For max results, slice it raw, blend it into a smoothie, or toss it into a tropical salad. Personally, I find eating pineapple in the morning gives my digestive system the best shot at absorbing the nutrients and enzymes it offers. I've even paired it with collagen-rich bone broth on some recovery days, a combo that takes joint support to the next level. If you've ever felt tightness in your legs after walking or swelling from standing too long, yeah, I've been there. This fruit could be the natural fix you didn't know you needed. Pineapple, when eaten consistently, can create the internal environment your body needs to spark that collagen comeback and ease daily aches. And now, landing at number 6, we've got a tropical fruit that's often overlooked, but let me tell you, it's one of the unsung heroes of natural joint and tissue repair: papaya. Most folks think of it as just a digestion aid, and sure, that's part of its magic, but the real action happens behind the scenes. What many people don't realize is that papaya contains an enzyme called papain, which breaks down complex proteins into simpler amino acids, the exact building blocks your body needs to rebuild collagen. What blew my mind when I looked into it: papaya actually contains more vitamin C than oranges. Yeah, more. That makes it an absolute nutritional goldmine, especially if you're looking to keep your joints strong, your skin firm, and your recovery on point as the years go by. I've actually tested myself, especially when I've had to bounce back quickly between demanding stunt days or long shooting schedules. As we age, collagen doesn't just slowly fade away, it leaves your joints exposed. That natural cushioning between bones starts wearing down, and suddenly you've got stiffness, inflammation, even a loss of mobility. I've dealt with this firsthand, especially after punishing action scenes. But here's the trick: when you fuel your body with the right nutrients, like the ones packed into papaya, you can flip the script and give your joints back their natural elasticity. I learned that eating ripe papaya regularly can start showing real results fast. We're talking about people with long-term knee stiffness reporting major relief and improved joint flexibility in as little as 2 weeks just by adding papaya to their daily meals. That blew my mind. The secret: it's a combination of vitamin C, the enzyme papain, and a cocktail of flavonoids found in both the fruit's flesh and its seeds. Together, they don't just fight inflammation, they actively spark collagen production, especially in places like tendons and ligaments, which take a beating over time. For best results, I always go for papayas when they're fully ripe, soft, deep orange inside and bursting with flavor. That's when the enzymes are at their peak and ready to do their job. Personally, I like to eat it straight with a spoon or squeeze a little fresh lemon juice on top to boost that vitamin C impact even more. Sometimes when I'm blending a morning smoothie, I'll toss in a few papaya seeds, just a small amount since they're loaded with phenolic compounds that reinforce the anti-inflammatory benefits. But a heads up, the seeds are slightly peppery, so mixing them with sweeter fruits helps mellow out the taste. And avoid green unripe papaya unless it's been cooked. The enzyme levels just aren't there yet. I found the best time to have it is either first thing in the morning or right after a walk or workout, when your body is primed to absorb nutrients and kick off the repair process. For me, papaya became a silent ally, helping ease joint discomfort, bring back flexibility, and switch collagen production back on where I needed it most. Now, coming in at number 5 on our list is a tropical gem. That way, too many people overlook the guava. Honestly, I didn't know how powerful this fruit was until I started digging into the research. Even though it's small, it packs a punch, and it could be one of the strongest natural allies if you're looking to rejuvenate collagen and fortify your joints. What shocked me? A single guava contains up to 4 times more vitamin C than an orange. Think about that. One medium guava delivers over 200 milligrams of vitamin C, more than double the daily recommended amount for adults. And vitamin C isn't just about immune support, it's the driving force behind new collagen formation. You need it to keep your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage strong and functioning. Plus, guava works double duty as a powerful antioxidant shielding your cells from wear and tear. But here's what really makes guava special. It contains a combo of lycopene and polyphenols, which don't just promote new collagen, they protect the collagen you already have. That's a big deal, especially when oxidative stress and chronic inflammation are breaking down your connective tissue faster than you can rebuild it. There's solid science behind this. One study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults who ate fresh guava every day for 6 weeks reported less joint inflammation and significantly more skin elasticity. That tells you guava is working from the inside out, not only supporting joint health, but also reinforcing your skin, one of the largest collagen-based tissues in your body. To get the full benefit, I eat guava with the skin on. It's where the extra fiber and antioxidants live. You can bite into it like an apple or slice it into your smoothie. One trick I've used: mix it with other collagen-friendly fruits like kiwi or papaya to boost the overall effect. Just avoid processed guava juices. They're usually loaded with added sugars that cancel out the anti-inflammatory effects and can even harm collagen production. If you're someone who wakes up with swollen knees or stiff ankles, or if your legs tighten up just from walking a few blocks, trust me, guava can make a noticeable difference. By getting it into your routine in the morning, you're giving your body the fuel it needs to repair connective tissue, reduce inflammation, and get you moving again with more ease as the day goes on. All right, let me walk you through what's next on this journey. And trust me, this one packs more of a punch than you'd expect. Coming in at number 4 on our list, blackberries. Now, I know they may look small and innocent, but I've learned firsthand that these little berries carry some serious muscle when it comes to fighting inflammation and rebuilding collagen from the inside out. What makes blackberries such a powerhouse is their concentration of anthocyanins, those deep purple pigments that not only give the berries their striking color, but also act as potent antioxidants. And here's where it gets interesting. These compounds don't just protect your body from free radical damage. They've also been shown to slow the breakdown of collagen, which is huge if you're looking to preserve your joints as you age. I started incorporating blackberries into my morning routine during a particularly intense training block, and I noticed the difference in my knee flexibility and post-workout recovery. See, anthocyanins do more than just clean up cellular damage. They also block certain enzymes that break down connective tissue enzymes that tend to become more active when inflammation creeps in. And inflammation is exactly what accelerates the wear and tear in areas like the knees, hips, and ankles. Blackberries help stop that destructive cycle. In fact, a study published in Nutrients showed that eating blackberries daily cut inflammation markers related to joint deterioration by 25%. Another study out of Oregon State University found that anthocyanin-rich foods like blackberries help maintain collagen density in aging tissues, especially in high-impact joints like the knees and elbows. But there's more to the story. Blackberries are also rich in polyphenols, which support capillary health and blood circulation. That means more nutrients can actually reach your joints, a big deal for the legs, where circulation tends to slow with age. Plus, they contain manganese, a mineral that kicks enzyme activity into high gear to help form the collagen framework that keeps your ligaments and cartilage strong. To get the most out of blackberries, I always go fresh and raw when I can. Frozen or sugar-loaded options just don't deliver the same benefits. My go-to is tossing them into a morning smoothie with spinach and chia seeds, or just eating them by the handful as a snack. I've found that having them first thing in the morning is a game changer. It helps knock out any overnight stiffness and get your collagen production firing right at the start of your day. Bite by bite, these berries can bring real relief to swollen knees or tired ankles after a long day on your feet. Now, stepping into spot number 3, let's talk about a fruit that's often known for brain power but is equally powerful when it comes to your joints: blueberries. I've leaned into blueberries not just for mental clarity during script memorization or long hours on set, but also because of what they do for connective tissue repair, especially in aging legs and joints. The magic lies in their rich supply of flavonoids, especially anthocyanins, the same kind of compounds found in blackberries but in a slightly different structure that gives blueberries their deep blue hue. These flavonoids not only reduce inflammation, but also work actively to preserve and rebuild the collagen matrix that keeps joints stable and flexible. Over time, small cracks start to appear in cartilage and ligaments. It's just part of aging. But what I've seen is that regular blueberry intake tells the body, hey, time to fix this, and it responds. A study published in the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics found that older adults who ate blueberries consistently for just 14 days had a 38% boost in joint mobility and significantly less inflammation in their lower body. Why? Because blueberries improve blood flow to your connective tissues, which means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more collagen-building compounds getting exactly where they're needed. Most your knees, calves, and ankles. They also bring vitamin C and manganese to the table, both of which play direct roles in collagen production. According to a clinical trial from the University of Maine, these two nutrients are essential for generating strong, flexible connective tissue. And if that's not enough, here's a bonus. Blueberries help stabilize blood sugar levels, which is key for reducing chronic inflammation that damages joints over time. That's thanks to their high fiber and low natural sugar content. If you can get your hands on wild blueberries, go for them. They can have twice the antioxidant power of the cultivated kind. Personally, I love tossing them into oatmeal or blending them into a pre-workout shake. Just make sure to steer clear of sweetened yogurts or store-bought blueberry snacks. They often come with hidden sugars that undermine the anti-inflammatory benefits you're looking for. From what I've experienced, working these berries into your morning routine can genuinely help restore flexibility, cut down on joint pain, and reawaken your body's natural repair process. Exactly what I need when I'm prepping for another mission, whether it's on screen or off. Eating them regularly has helped me deal with inflammation that tends to build up in the legs after long days on set or intense training. They don't just ease the swelling, they actually give your joints the collagen support they need to move freely again. If you've noticed your legs getting puffy or stiff as the day wears on, blueberries might be one of the tastiest and most effective natural tools you can add to your daily routine. Now, coming in at number 2, we've got strawberries. Yeah, one of the most beloved fruits out there. And honestly, one of the most underestimated when it comes to joint repair and collagen restoration in the legs. I used to just think of them as a treat, but now I see them as part of my toolkit. Their real power lies in a synergistic combo of ellagic acid vitamin C and powerful antioxidants, a trio that not only protects existing collagen fibers, but also blocks collagen-destroying enzymes that kick in when inflammation hits the joints. These enzymes, known as collagenases, gradually break down the foundational structure that holds your ligaments and cartilage together. By eating strawberries daily, you can actually flip that inflammatory response, helping your body rebuild instead of break down. In fact, a clinical trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that people with knee osteoarthritis who added strawberries to their diets saw a 37% reduction in inflammatory markers and significantly less joint pain in just 2 weeks. But that's just the beginning. Another study showed strawberries help improve skin elasticity and slow the natural degradation of collagen in aging adults. That might sound like a beauty bonus, but it also has a serious impact on the resilience of key structures, ankles, hips, and knees that carry your body through each day. Alongside vitamin C, strawberries are also packed with manganese, a mineral that helps activate enzymes responsible for building strong, flexible collagen fibers. That's what keeps your joints stable and functional. To get the full benefit, I always opt for fresh, preferably organic strawberries. And here's a trick I picked up from one of my nutrition coaches if you're making a smoothie toss in the leafy tops too. They're loaded with extra antioxidants and nutrients. I usually eat strawberries first thing in the morning or after a light walk when blood flow is active and my body is ready to go into repair mode. Just make sure to stay away from processed strawberry products like jellies or sugary yogurts. Those added sugars can undo the anti-inflammatory benefits you're after. A simple cup a day can make a huge difference. Less swelling, less stiffness, and a powerful internal cue for your body to start cranking out new collagen. When my knees feel tight after a long shoot day, this is one of the first things I reach for. Now, let's talk about the #1 most powerful fruit I've discovered when it comes to fighting joint inflammation and regenerating collagen: amla, or Indian gooseberry. Most people have never heard of it, let alone tried it. But I'm telling you, this little green fruit is next level. It's one of the most potent natural sources of vitamin C on the planet. But what makes it truly special is that its vitamin C is paired with strong plant polyphenols, making it more stable and bioavailable than what you'd get from citrus fruits. That means a small amount of amla delivers a longer-lasting and more potent boost to your body's ability to build collagen, the protein that keeps your skin firm, your tendons strong, and your joints mobile. But here's the part that sold me. Amla doesn't just help produce new collagen, it also stops your body from breaking down the collagen it already has. It stimulates fibroblast growth, the cells responsible for collagen production, and blocks collagen-degrading enzymes that flare up during inflammation. One clinical aging study showed that people who took amla extract daily for 12 weeks reported a 42% reduction in knee pain and inflammation. And it gets even better. A skin biopsy revealed a 24% increase in collagen density and flexibility, proving amla helps rebuild structure, not just relieve symptoms. Another study out of India backed this up. Amla significantly boosted muscle strength and mobility in older adults with arthritis. Plus, it contains glycolic acid and quercetin, 2 compounds that fight oxidative stress in the joints, especially after physical activity like walking or light workouts. I found that post-training or after a long walk, amla helps me bounce back faster and with less soreness. To get the most from it, I usually go for amla in powder or juice form, blending it into my morning shake, or mixing it with warm water, lemon, and honey for a simple tonic. The fresh fruit is a bit sour, so some people prefer to soften the flavor by slicing it and soaking it overnight in salt water. Either way, it's one of the most powerful natural ways I've found to reduce inflammation, restore flexibility, and get my collagen engine running again, exactly what I need when the mission isn't over, and neither am I. Like day one fast. I'm not exaggerating. Within just a few days of adding amla into my routine, I felt noticeably less stiffness in the morning, reduced swelling around my knees and ankles, and an overall lighter, more fluid feeling while walking or standing. For anyone dealing with joint pain or mobility issues, this isn't just a nice to have. It's a real difference you can feel. Amla is hands down the fruit that works the fastest and most deeply to protect and restore collagen, and I've tested plenty. Here's the thing: that tight, swollen feeling in your legs has a cause. When your knees crack, when you bend, or you wake up feeling like your joints are rusted shut, that's your body warning you that collagen is breaking down. And trust me, ignoring those signals doesn't make them go away. It makes things worse. But now you know better, and that gives you the upper hand. That wraps up the rundown of these 8 powerful fruits that do more than just shrink inflammation. They rebuild the very foundation that keeps your legs and joints flexible, pain-free, and strong. And no, this isn't just theory or some Hollywood health fad. It's clinically backed science with studies and real-life results that speak for themselves. From my experience, when you start eating just 2 or 3 of these fruits a day, it doesn't take long, sometimes within 12 to 48 hours, before you start noticing the changes. Less joint stiffness when you wake up, smoother motion in the knees, and a lightness in your step you might not have felt in years. If you're serious about turning things around from the inside, I can't recommend Amla enough. It's been a game changer for me, and now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these fruits are you planning to try first? Drop it in the comments. I actually read through these and we respond to as many as we can, because at the end of the day, this is about helping each other build healthier, stronger lives. If this info helped you share it with someone who needs it, you might be the reason they avoid years of joint discomfort or stiffness. And hey, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll be right here with more real, practical ways to support your journey back to feeling your best. Got questions? Leave them below. Let's keep this conversation going.